It's time to enter the world of real estate with Hawaii's only true real estate show, the Team Lally Real Estate Show. Grab a pen and get ready to take notes. Hawaii's premier real estate leaders, ADRIENNE Lally and ATTILIO Leonardi, will bring you the latest in real estate news and real-world strategies on how they can guarantee to sell your home at a price and deadline you agree to, or they'll buy it. Now, here are your hosts, ADRIENNE and ATTILIO.
Welcome to the Team Lally Real Estate Show, home of the Guaranteed Sold program, or we'll buy it. If you have any real estate questions, you can reach us at the studio. That number is 855-951-KAOI or 855-951-5264. You can also visit us at gokaoi.com, and that's GOKAOI.com.
Well, hey, everybody, this is Attilio. I was snorkeling on Molokini and checking out the stingrays and the fish and the sea monks. Sea monks. Those are monks that live in the sea. And this lady tapped me on the shoulder, started asking me a bunch of tax and legal questions. And I said, those are great questions. Highly recommend you seek the appropriate licensed professional. And then I said, but Mom, what other questions do you have? So if you hear anything on this show that may be deemed as tax or legal advice, go see a CPA, go see an attorney, because today we're going to talk about real estate.
Yes, we are. And we also have a quote of the day from Jim Rohn.
What's our quote?
Our quote is about goal setting. Okay, so the major reason for setting a goal is for what it makes of you to accomplish it.
Yes.
What it makes of you will always be the far greater value than what you get. The ultimate reason for setting goals is to entice you to become the person it takes to achieve them. When Andrew Carnegie died, they discovered a sheet of paper upon which he had written one of the major goals of his life: to spend the first half of his life accumulating money and to spend the last half of his life giving it all away. Some people are disturbed by those tough days because all they have is those days. They haven't designed or described or defined the future. So, you can set big goals and define your future.
That's it? You mean just don't wander aimlessly and just wing it from day to day?
And write it down.
Okay.
It's important to write it down.
That's important. So, by the way, folks, if you're looking to list your property or have somebody help you find the property to purchase, and you want somebody that works with a professional real estate team that has goals, that would be us.
Yes.
Again, how do I know this? Track record.
Yeah.
Yeah, 90% of the realtors out there are licensees. Nothing wrong with this. It's just, it is what it is. But they're going to sell 5 properties. We sold how many last year?
Last year we sold 135, and year to date we're like 88. So I think we're going to overshoot that number from last year.
Yes. So if you want that type of experience behind your purchase or the selling of your home, give us a call at what number?
855-951-KAOI. All right, so we do have a learning story based on all of these people that we help with buying and selling homes.
Yes.
So go ahead.
Did you know, based on Hawaii law, Chapter 508D, you have to disclose material facts regarding your home when you go to sell it? So, in other words, a seller of residential real property is obligated to fully and accurately disclose in writing to a buyer all material facts concerning the property. So, Adrienne, what's a material fact?
They're defined as any fact, defect, or condition, past or present, that would be expected to measurably affect the value to a reasonable person of the residential or real property being offered for sale.
Okay. So,
yes,
your realtor will help you with this by having you fill out what's called a seller's real property disclosure. It's 4 pages of pure fun and excitement. No, not really. It's 95 questions about your property. One of the questions is an interesting one because it's a new question. One of the questions that was added a few years back is 81B, and that one says, what does it say, Adrienne?
That the Hawaii law requires sellers who pay their electricity bills directly to make a good faith declaration of electricity costs based upon the most recent 3-month period that the property was occupied.
So, Adrienne, why is this important if I have, let's say, for example, a similar home for sale, like the competition?
Well, because it's going to affect your budget.
Mm-hmm.
So if your home has a lower electric bill, then that's one less. That's one less bill.
Monthly expense, a
Exactly.
lower.
Yeah. So if you were to have solar on your home, for example, and it's maybe like a 2,000 square foot home with central AC, I don't know. My home was at over $600 per month.
Yeah.
So I mean that could be a pretty big chunk of change.
Now we know on Maui,
Mm-hmm.
we love our guys at Miko. They keep the power running, but we know for a fact that the per kilowatt hour rate that we pay here on Maui is one of, if not already, is one of the highest in the nation. So some things to take into serious consideration. We don't own a solar company. We're not. We are looking for a vendor. I'm telling you a little bit about that here in a second. But we're telling you from the perspective of someone that's a real estate team that sold a bunch of homes, and now we're seeing our listings with photovoltaic. So now it's the first owner of the PV, and now we're seeing it in the resale, and it's affecting the sale.
Yeah. Most buyers are attracted to the homes that have the PV and the zero electric bill, or what is it, the $15 electric bill.
Mm-hmm. By the way, if you are a reputable solar installation company here on Maui, we'd love to chat with you about sponsoring our radio show and other ways that we can help you grow your business. So if you are one of those people or companies, give us a call at 855-951-KAOI, and that's KAOI 5264.
All right. So we do need to take a short break, but don't go too far. When we come back, we have a special guest that's going to be joining us.
Come, my lady, come, my lady, you're my butterfly, sugar, baby. Come, my lady, come, my lady, you're my butterfly.
We recommend Fidelity National Title Insurance Company for your next real estate transaction.
Through its nationwide network of direct operations and agents, Fidelity National Title provides title insurance, underwriting, escrow, and closing services to consumers.
Check them out at fidelitynationaltitle.com or fntic.com.
When buying, selling, or owning a home, we suggest that you have a home warranty from Home Warranty America. Avoid exploding appliances in your next real estate transaction.
Team Lally offers free seller's coverage on all our homes. Give us a call at 799-9596 so we can tell you how that works.
When you're trying to find the best of the best, don't settle for an agent that's just like the rest. Pick a team that knows just what to do. From buying or selling, we work hard for you. Team Lally, the best real estate in the islands. 227-2703.
Tired of waiting 2 or 3 months to finalize your home loan or refinance? Maui's Axia Home Loans has a turnaround time of 30 days or less by processing your loans locally.
Take advantage of today's low interest rates by calling our good friend Brady Spangler of Axia Home Loans. His personal cell is 264-3798. That's 264-3798. You know what I like about Axia?
What do you like about Axia?
Well, they're committed to creating sustainable home ownership through responsible lending. Hawaii NMLS ID number 27830.
Open Gangnam Style.
Welcome back. This is Adrienne.
And this is Attilio.
And you're listening to the Team Lally Real Estate Show, home of the Guaranteed Sold program, or We'll Buy It. If you have any questions, you can call us at 855-951-KAOI. That's 5264. Or on the web at gokaoi.com.
Hey, Adrian, did you know Team Lally lists 2 to 4 homes per week?
Really?
Yes. With the low inventory, it's crucial to have a head start,
Mm-hmm.
kind of like learning how to read before you start school. We have lots of homes in process. If you want to, actually, we may talk about 2 of them coming up here in the rest of the show. But if you want to know more about our coming soon inventory, give us a call at 855-951-KAOI, and one of our team members would be happy to serve you, or send us an email to info@teamlally.com. That's Lally.
All right. So I think we have a special guest that is joining us.
Yes.
Are they here?
So one of the things we tell our guests is to put their minds at ease and relax. You're just coming over to talk story. Oh, Adrienne, is there someone at the door?
Yes, it's Brady Spangler from AXIA Home Loans.
Come on in.
Hi guys, how are you?
Yeah, have
Hi.
a seat. Would you like something to drink?
I'll take some water, please.
Okay.
All right, Brady, thank you so much for calling in and being our guest today. So,
Not a problem. Thanks for having me.
Sure.
if you could just do a quick intro on who you are so our listeners know.
My name's Brady Spangler. I'm the branch manager of Axia Home Loans. We are located here in Maui, and we serve all the Hawaiian Islands. Got an office in Wailea.
Mm-hmm.
My website is thehonestbanker.com, so if you have any questions, feel free to check out my website and let me know.
Okay.
All right, so we have some questions for you today, Brady. Is a pre-approval necessary and why?
Yes, I think one of the biggest misconceptions is you guys have probably dealt with this with buyers a lot of times.
Mm-hmm.
Once they get a house in mind, or once they get in their mind they want to purchase the home of their dreams, they start searching on the web,
Yeah.
and then the husband and wife, 9 times out of 10, end up finding the home of their dreams, and they haven't even looked at the most important step of the process, and that's the pre-approval.
Yes.
I mean, I would say 80% of my clients that I pre-approved don't know what their credit scores are. And that's one of the biggest setbacks is you get a client and they haven't been pre-approved. They call you guys and say, hey, we want to go look at places.
Mm-hmm.
Well, the seller's really not going to talk to them without a pre-approval letter. And you guys are going to want to know that they've been pre-approved. So basically, the biggest step in the pre-approval process is looking at the credit. A lot of people, I had a client a couple weeks ago. I ran his credit, and he had 8 student loans on there that he thought was in deferment
Mm-hmm.
for 16 months. And his score, it was hitting his score every month, and just, his score was beyond repair for a while. So I think the first and foremost on a pre-approval and why it's important was credit.
Yeah.
A lot of people don't know what their credit score is, and there's 4 huge compensating factors when it comes to a pre-approval. Credit being the most important, income, assets, and job.
Mm-hmm.
So, without any of those, it's tough to get a pre-approval done. We've got, programs that allow us to be flexible and think outside the box, but, those programs are few and far between, but we are able to think outside the box. So when it comes to pre-approvals, why they're so important, I think it allows the agent and the buyer's agent and seller's agent to know, hey, we do have a qualified buyer, and, they're ready to go and they're ready to get financing. So when they do find the house of their dreams, it's a simple pre-approval letter. They can put in an offer and make it happen. And the second, I would say, biggest misconception is with people that own real estate. They don't understand how lenders calculate rental income, and that's a huge setback. They might think, well, hey, I'm positive cash flow $2,000 on this property, but when you go and you look at their Schedule E and their tax returns, they're writing off and they're actually taking a $20,000 a month or a year loss on that property. So we actually have to calculate their net rental income, and a lot of people say, well, I don't understand it, so I do my best to explain to them. They might be coming to me thinking that they're cash flowing on 3 of their properties, and that's giving them substantial income to qualify for a house. Well, in theory, they're not showing the IRS any income, and then, we can't use that income. So the best bet is to get pre-approved. I don't mind. I mean, you can go to freecreditreport.com, but it doesn't pull a mortgage report.
Yeah.
I don't mind pulling free reports for any of my clients.
Sure.
We want to get them on the right track, and I do have credit specialists on standby if we need to look at their credit and repair their credit. I try to turn everyone into a buyer.
So, Brady, what would be the best phone number if one of our listeners wants to work on their credit or get
The best contact number
pre-approved?
to reach me is 808-264-3798.
Okay, and then your website is thehonestbanker.com.
Yep, www.thehonestbanker.com.
All right, so that number is 264-3798, and we agree with you 100%, Brady. The first thing a buyer should do when looking for a home is not look at homes.
Get
Yeah.
pre-approved. Just call
Get
Brady.
pre-approved.
No, they got to call Brady.
Call Brady. You know why? And you know what? What I like about radio, we can tell people what we don't really want to get too upfront with them about. but we can tell them that on the radio. Hey, if you don't want to pull your credit report, you're not serious about buying a home.
Exactly.
There you go.
So,
All right. Hey,
And you get, what happens a lot is before people are pre-approved, they don't understand what they can afford.
Yeah.
And a lot of the times they're thinking way above their price range. Once they've looked at houses, let's say $600,000 to $750,000, but they can only afford a $350,000 house, a lot of times those people don't turn into buyers because their dreams and their expectations have really been shattered up front before they've even started the process.
yeah.
yeah, so start the process by calling Brady.
Yes.
Hey, Brady, we have to take a quick break, but don't go too far. We have more questions for you.
Yes. Stay with us.
Thank you.
What I've been dreaming of. You'll be that girl, you'll be that girl, you'll be everything you want, so let me get a
Tired of waiting 2 or 3 months to finalize your home loan or refinance? Maui's Axia Home Loans has a turnaround time of 30 days or less by processing your loans locally.
Take advantage of today's low interest rates by calling our good friend Brady Spangler of Axia Home Loans. His personal cell is 264-3798. That's 264-3798. You know what I like about Axia?
What do you like about Axia?
Well, they're committed to creating sustainable home ownership through responsible lending. Hawaii NMLS ID number 27830.
Well, you think you know the market pretty well, found a home you want to buy, and you need to sell the one you're in. You don't want to get stuck paying 2 mortgages. You don't want to give it away or leave money on the table. The solution is ADRIENNE Lally and ATTILIO Leonardi of Team Lally. What they do is they offer a no-obligation guarantee. If they don't do their job, you're free to get out of the contract. Simple as that. But don't worry, you won't want to, because ADRIENNE and ATTILIO will sit down with you. You'll agree on a price and a deadline, and if that deadline passes and the home isn't sold, hey, they'll buy your home. Good deal. Check out the success story here. Team Lally listed a home 1 week before open house. They had 2 full price offers, and this is just with the pictures and video of the home. After the open, they had a total of 4 offers in hand. Adrienne and her team act so quick. Call the only agents that are willing to earn your business each and every day. That's Adrienne Lally, Attilio Leonardi, and her team. That number is 855-951-KAOI. You can also check them out online at guaranteedsale.com.
Party people!
Welcome back. This is Adrienne.
And this is Attilio.
And you're listening to the Team Lally Real Estate Show, home of the Guaranteed Sold program, or we'll buy it. If you have any questions, you can give us a call, 855-951-KAOI, or on the web at gokaoi.com. All right. So we have Brady Spangler, branch manager for Axia Home Loans, with us today, talking about the importance of pre-approvals and credits when it comes to buying a home. Are you still there, Brady?
I am.
All right. We got some more questions for you.
All right. So I know you touched on credit a little bit, but was there anything more that you wanted to
I
talk
wanted
about
to kind of segue, the pre-approval into how important credit is. I mean, it's, as I mentioned before, I think it's one of the most important components in buying a home.
Mm-hmm.
First and foremost, what I tell all my clients, if you've got any past dues, you want to bring all that current. You've got to show the bank that, hey, all my stuff is up to date, I'm on time, and, you need to show the bank that you're willing and ready, to purchase a home.
And how many months, Brady? How many months, Brady, does it need to show for the credit that you're current and on time?
If you've got a mortgage late, you're going to want to have that current for 12 months. But if you've got a late payment on a revolving debt, such as a credit card or an installment loan, such as an auto loan or a student loan, a letter of explanation, we can kind of get around that as long as your credit score fits within the parameters, of the program that we're in. I think one of people's surprises that I always tell them, revolving credit, such as credit cards, people say, well, I have 6 credit cards and Of got, high balances on all of them. Well, what they don't realize is, if you're over 50%, let's say, I always tell my clients 30% of the high balance, that's actually going to drop your score, each card, 7 to 15 points.
Oh, wow.
So if you've got 3 or 4 credit cards that are all well over 50% of the high balance, that's actually negatively affecting your credit score as opposed to positively building your credit. So, I tell a lot of my clients, pay those down, 50% or below. If you really want to see a jump in the score, you can, pay them down to 30% or below.
What if you go below? Does it start going the other way if you got them like no balance?
Zero
Absolutely.
balance?
I mean, the goal on all revolving debt is zero. Zero balance. That's going to be the best. But, anything below 50% is going to drop your score down, on an average 7 to 15 points per trade line.
Yes.
But, credit is very unique, and it's not going to affect, everybody's credit is differently. So there's no, sure sign of, if you do this, your score is going to drop 18 points.
Yeah.
It's really, it's all estimation, and, that's why I have them work with a credit specialist if they're beyond, my expertise. And, I've got about 25 clients working with my credit specialist right now. At the end of the day, we're trying to turn everybody into a buyer.
Yeah, and they should call you because a lot of people will wait, right? And I'm like, hey, if you just filed bankruptcy and your co-signer got hit by a bus,
yeah,
we're going to pre-approve you, just not today.
Maybe 12 months from now.
Or longer, but at least
Yeah.
you gotta put the game plan together for them.
Exactly. And I mean, it takes the steps of, once you look at the credit, once I look at the credit, it's like, hey, this is what we can do. It might take 6 to 10 to 18 months, but at least you're making the necessary steps now so you can become a home buyer, tomorrow, as opposed to sitting back on your hands, not doing anything, not fixing your credit, not being proactive, and then complaining in 12 months when you can't buy a home.
Yes.
All right. So, Brady, we have a couple more questions for you before our show ends. What would you say is the one attribute that sets you apart from other lenders out there?
I'm just going to say service. What all my clients' feedback and what they say about me, whether it's a Sunday night, Sunday morning, Friday night, Saturday morning, I always answer my phone or I always respond to emails. I always keep the buyers and sellers agents involved and up to date from start to finish. I've surrounded myself and we've built such a great team. We prep the buyer up front, all the documents they're going to need. So once that purchase contract's signed, we move everything in motion. It's just boom. I mean, right now our biggest problem is we're ready to close and the seller's not. I mean, that's a good problem to have,
Yes.
especially in today's market. And a lot of people aren't used to seeing a lender come out and close in 30 days or less. And granted, not every deal is going to close 30 days or less because you've got extenuating circumstances, whether it's the seller or whether it's the buyer. But we do everything we can to close the deal before the closing date because then everybody's happy.
Yes. Yeah, I think most people don't realize the close dates are on or before. It's not on the
On
date
or
or
after by
15
days.
days later. Yeah.
All right. And then now we have one more question for you before we got to go. Can you give us a recent success story, Brady?
Absolutely. And it just happened to be, they're now my new neighbors about 4 houses down, but they were in contract for about, I would say, 25 or 30 days. They went to 2 local banks. They even went to their personal banker who they've banked with for 25 years. They went to another local broker. Nobody would touch this deal because it was a non-conforming asset. It was unpermitted. I think the county records, showed a 1-bed, 1-bath at 600 square feet, and the MLS had a 2,100 square feet, 2-bed, 2-bath.
Wow.
So, the guy came to me, the husband and wife came to me on July 10th. I said, let me look at the deal. We looked at the deal. We signed on the 29th of this month, and we recorded on the 1st of the month. We recorded on the 31st of the month.
Oh, right
so
on.
Basically, it was about 20 days. We took this deal that nobody else would touch, and I slammed it through. This guy and husband and wife are ecstatic. They thought they weren't going to close the deal at all, and now both agents of the transaction are saying, how in the heck did you get that done? And I said, I don't have any tricks up my sleeve. It's just on, how you structure a deal and to get it done. And it's, it just comes with experience, and it comes with surrounding myself with a great organization and a great team.
Well, hey,
at the end of the day, we close deals, and that's the name of the game.
Brady, you're awesome. And we're going to have you on the show again.
Yes.
We're getting ready to wrap it up.
So thanks again for
thank
calling.
Thank you guys so much for the opportunity, and I really appreciate it.
Yeah, enjoy your day.
Thank you.
Well, thanks for listening, and thank you to our sponsors.
Brady Spangler with Axia Home Loans.
David Sobel, Home Warranty America.
Matt Fortier with Fidelity National Title and Escrow of Hawaii. If you want to get a hold of any of our sponsors, just go to teamlally.com and check out our business partner page under our link section.
We also want to give a big thank you, Steven, our producer here in the studio. Make sure to tune in next week. We're going to have an awesome guest talking about something that will change your life forever.
This is a Team Lally Real Estate Show, home of the guaranteed
sold program. If we can't sell your home at the agreed upon price and or time frame, we'll have it bought for cash.
Thanks and aloha.
Everyone knows about it.